So, Ms. Carson, do we already have paternity and everything
Yes.
else resolved?
Yes, yes, ma'am. DNA testing was done 99.99%.
Okay. So did they set a hearing?
No, that was done in 2022. It looks like there was a case, another case that he had. So they took his DNA from that because it was only a year old. And then the mother and child came in, but he did not provide any additional DNA. It's from his other closed case. So they used that and established it. But that's as far as it's gone, as far as I can see in Clayton County.
Okay, so Mr. Hill, are you able to go into Clayton County and get a court date?
No time soon. I'm actually out of country. But if I can have someone go for me, I can most definitely do that.
No, that is not a possibility. Where are you?
I am in Turkey.
Mm-hmm. And is there a reason that you can't send child support?
No, I've been sending her things like
he has not. He has not. He doesn't even ask about his child.
And when are you coming back?
Like I said, I was sending things through Apple Pay and Cash App. I was supposed to be coming back.
Okay, so first of all, let me stop you there. Can you send us those Cash App receipts? Because that's the only way.
Yes, I sent it to that email that y'all provided. I sent everything through there.
Okay, well, you're going to need to send it again and send it by, whatever kind of specialized mail you have there, because, obviously there's going to be a dispute as to whether those monies were received, and we can't count it unless we can actually see the actual receipts and then verify with Ms. Harrison that they have been received. And moving forward, are you able to send any money? Because we can't just leave this open while you stay in Turkey. We need to have you, we need to have something move forward on this case, because your child needs support right now.
Right, correct. And he's not my only son as well. I send money to the other child too, the other mother of my child.
He lived with that other child.
And can you tell her to stop interrupting me, please? Because she keep messing my train of thought up. Right now, I am overseas trying to play basketball, getting a contract and stuff. So, yes, I can send money to answer your question, but to establish that court date at the moment, that's going to be hard for me to do.
Well, it seems to me that you're in a situation where, you can just go ahead and volunteer to work something out with child support, and start sending money for your child, So is there any way that, we can get your commitment to do that? I'm not trying, nor I don't think she is, to harm your career or stop you from doing what you need to do. We want to see you succeed, but you do have a child here to think about.
You don't know how much I love him.
He doesn't even know his birthday.
Like I said, can you tell her to stop interrupting me, please?
Well, Mr. Hill, you're smiling as if this is just a joke.
I sent a lot of messages. I sent a lot of proof and stuff, of everything
I will
I'm
send
doing.
messages as well of everything that he does not do. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't even know the doctors. He's never been to a doctor's appointment. He's never been to any prenatal appointments.
Okay.
He doesn't even know the pediatrician.
And I understand, but I can't let you two, use this as a forum, to go back and forth. Clearly, there's some issues here, but my main issue is just to make sure that this child is being supported. And You need to, assist us with, I guess the easiest way to put it is if you assist us, we can assist you. I don't want you to have to be extradited back into Georgia for child support and potentially destroy whatever is going on for you. So, can I get your commitment that you're going to help in this process, reach out to Ms. Carson, and let's see what we can do to get this matter moved forward. I will tell you, I take it that right now, things are earlier in your career. You would want your child support to be set now, rather than later, should you, end up back in the United States, and I'm sure the money will be higher. And, I just think it's in your best interest to establish things now.
Correct. Yes, I did try to get a definite, payment thing going on with her. But
He has not.
When I sent the like $150, she said that's not enough. That she requested like $600, $500, something like that.
I'm going to be honest with you, Mr. Hill, that's, what she's asking for is not at all unreasonable with what it costs to take care of a child today. And then you have another one that you already have an amount that's close to that. So what a normal child support payment is, $150. I don't know how old the child is, but that doesn't even take care of a month's worth of diapers.
That is the only payment he has sent, and he also sent $30 in January. So that's how much I have in total from him, less than $300. And I do all commute daycare. I pay for all the diapers, food. I do everything on my own. I'm full-time in school and working.
Okay. And we understand, Ms. Harrison. I'm trying to get him to cooperate. I don't think he has other children. I don't think you have to give an accounting of what it takes to take care of a child. Does she, Mr. Hill?
And that's the thing. She thinks I don't know how to take care of my kids.
He doesn't. He's never watched them.
I don't want to.
But you're not providing money. So you clearly don't know what it takes to take care of a child. You should, if you have one there with you, you should know how expensive they are.
Well, ma'am, I didn't know my son was actually mine until last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been sending money.
I have messages proving that he said he knows that's his son.
Okay. So, Mr. Hill, so let's put all of that behind us. Now this child is yours. What are you going to do?
Like I've always been doing, sending money.
He hasn't sent any money since February.
Okay. So until we can. Well, first of all, Ms. Carson, is he able to go ahead and make an agreement with the establishment of this case and send his paperwork of income?
He could. I have an email address. I was just going to email him to have him send me proof of the Cash App payments, but it could all be done through email if he can get documents properly notarized there.
Okay. Is that something you'll be able to do, Mr. Hill?
Yes.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and, with Ms. Carson's assistance, let's try and get this done, now. And let me get a commitment from you that you're going to go ahead and start paying $550 a month. Is that something you'll be able to do?
No, I'm gonna disagree with that.
Okay, and for what reason? You said you're playing basketball in Turkey. I do think you're making enough money.
No, not yet, man. I'm not playing yet.
Okay.
He fleed there to flee from his responsibilities. So he's not making any money. He has not a contract for basketball. But he does make money under the table, and I have proof of that. But he is fully capable of getting a job.
Well, this is going to be difficult, but we're going to go ahead and put you back on the calendar. I'm going to put you back on for 8/4. And I expect you to, to log in once again to Zoom. I know there's a time change there, so I do appreciate your efforts in being here. And I am going to expect that you make a minimum of, we're going to start you at $300. And I want you to start putting that paperwork back and forth with Miss Carson so that we can get things moved forward.
You know, the problem is it's Clayton County case, and I can't do the order. I can accept an email from him with proof of the Cash App, but I can't do his case.
So we don't, that's true. We don't have an open account for that money to go into.
And yes, that was the reason I cashed out the Apple Pay.
That's not the reason.
Okay, so we are going to have to move forward with Cash App. And Ms. Carson, I'm going to talk to you about this after everything is over so that we can figure out a way that we can get things moved forward in your case. But I think you acknowledge that this is your son now. Start paying some money. At some point, you're probably, either going to be back in the United States or you're going to be in touch with your son. And I think you want to have a relationship.
He does not, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Harrison, we're going to work towards it. Okay, so let's work towards it little by little because, sometimes people change throughout life, and your children are your children. That's never going to change. So, so August the 4th, okay, we're going to need to get this moved forward. And I'm going to see what we can legally do to get things moved forward. On August the 4th, I'll let you know what I have found out. Okay, but I do think you should go ahead and start making some payments towards your minor child. And at this point, we are going to have to accept Cash App because I do want things to start sooner rather than later. And Ms. Harrison, I just ask that you acknowledge when payments are being made. Okay.
Okay. And you said how much is his minimum? 300?
300.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss both of you. I wish I had more to tell both of you, but when somebody is overseas, I need to find out what exactly are my limitations. Okay.
That's the whole point as to why he did it.
Okay.
To avoid this situation.
Okay. Okay, then. Thank you to both of you, and I'll see you on August the 4th. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, this is another case that I have been dealing with for a long time, and I don't see any payments made between, I think, our last hearing and now. So tell me what's going on, Mr. Holloway.
Ma'am, you told me to make a payment about a week ago, and I didn't have the full amount, but I have it. I'll send it in today once I get off.
Okay. And how much is that you're going to be sending?
You said 473, right?
Yes. And you're going to make that at the end of this phone call?
Not at the end of the phone call. Try that at the end of the day. At least before right after.
Now, what is going on with your work situation? Because, we're not going to be able to keep things up at this slow rate forever.
Well, I understand. Actually, I have other things going on, which is personal. It's nothing dealing with child support. So, actually, I just caught back up on a certain thing, so now I can be able to get a kind of regular payment coming back in.
And I take it you can't tell us when?
I can send a payment, like I said, I can send a payment in today. And
okay, and I understand that takes care of July. And what I'm trying to find out is how are we going to get things to the point where we've got money coming in regularly every month?
Well, if I can't send the whole thing accordingly, like I've told you, I guess I just send half, like one prior week and then another prior week.
Now, what did you mean by quarterly?
I said prior. Like 1 week, if I can't send a full amount in, I can send 1 weekend. And then
okay, and I'm not sure where you're getting the notion that if you don't have it all, you don't send anything. If you had even part of it prior to this court date, you should have sent it in already. There is no requirement that it's either 100% or 0. We need money to help support this child.
Understood.
It's 2 children.
No, 2 of them. Okay.
And Judge, every month we keep getting reset, and it's the same excuse.
believe me.
They're gonna do that till I get caught up on payment.
Wait a
Right.
minute.
See?
This is not, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. You know, this is not something that I am in any way required to do until you get your life together. So maybe we had a misconception of what has been going on here the whole time. I'm thinking that I'm trying to make life easier for you.
No.
And you're
You
thinking,
just be like I tell her sometimes. If I don't have the money, it's not about money about my children. I can come get my kids. I can take care of my kids. I even told her she can let them come stay with me. She told me no. I don't know why, but I'm not getting involved with that. But really, on top of that, Your Honor, I was sending my payment.
but you're under the impression that you can do what you want to do. That's not the way it works. She has legal custody of these children. You can't come and take these children and raise them whenever you want to.
We were married on. I got legal custody of my own kids too.
We divorced now.
I have custody of my own kids too. They legitimate. I can take my kids anywhere.
You don't have custody of the children that she has with her.
How does it?
You have legal visitation. You do not have custody.
Okay. All right.
You would have to go to court and petition for custody. You do not have custody. You have visitation and the responsibility of paying child support.
All right. Okay.
Are you exercising visitation?
No, ma'am. I talk to my kids. I don't pick them up. I don't have time for her, really. My kids are okay. I don't even have time for her. It's something about her negativity that I don't even be around.
Okay. And Mr. Holloway, I just can't go through this. You've got $25,000 worth of arrearages, and you're here telling me how this works. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do an arrest warrant, and that way you can learn the system. Because
just the only thing I'm saying, Your Honor, is I'm not trying to get no arrest. I'm trying not to be mean to nobody. What I'm saying is, you ask me a question, and I gave you a persistent answer. I gave you the honest answer that I will send the money in today. Locking me up is not going to do nothing, but what? I'm going to be locked up and then still get the money and have to get back out? That don't make no sense. When I have the money to pay.
You ain't pay.
Okay, Mr. Holloway, how long have I been seeing you on my calendar?
You've been seeing me a while, man.
So at some point, it gets to the point where I might as well just lock you up because we're not accomplishing anything. You know, what is this? This is terrible. Since 2021, I mean, I feel like a failure. All we have is $700 to show.
No,
that's it.
That's the only thing I have ever sent into child support. But I actually have sent money and paid and do stuff with my kids.
You never have.
I just never have sent it in through child support. This is the first.
Well, then that's your fault. As far as I'm concerned, we have $700 over 3 years to support two children.
It's not $700 over 3 years, man. I got divorced from that lady in 2000 and something, and I didn't even go to court about it. I was at work when that happened, and the only thing I did was receive the letter.
That doesn't have anything to do with this.
I wasn't disappointed. I was just a little more upset. So I did what I did for my kids. It just I haven't sent things into child support. This is my first time dealing with child support with you all, sending y'all money with her.
Okay, I'm not going to belabor it. You got your own opinion. I have mine. I want to see her get this $473 today. So
no problem.
I'm going to reset you to August the 4th, and I'm putting in big letters here so that I don't forget. No 473, then warrant shall issue.
Thank you.
So Judge, how many times we're gonna keep getting reset? We about to come up to a year. And each time he's telling you he's a supervisor at work. He told you last time he has a wife that's a traveling nurse that pays for him to go out of town. Why can't he borrow the money? These kids are coming up back to school, summer camp, everything they had, he's not contributing. He don't exercise the visitation. I don't stand in their way.
And I apologize, Ms. Holt. I thought that he was trying to get himself together. I did not know that he feels that whenever he chooses to, he can pick up the kids and take care of them and take that responsibility away from you. And therefore, he's just not doing anything. I'm hoping that after today's hearing, he understands what I'm trying to tell him. And I'm going to have you keep me honest. The first time he misses that 473, then this arrest order needs to issue. So I'm going to give him this one last chance.
Well, you did that last time. That's the only reason why he paid that payment, because you threatened to lock him up. He don't believe you. That's why we still here. He's telling you. He's just playing with it. He keep playing.
Okay.
He's not
Hold on. Miss Carson, go ahead.
Judge, could I suggest that you issue the warrant and hold it for her to sign?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do it that way. Okay, so I need you, Ms. Holt, to come on in and sign that warrant. And that way, the moment that that money doesn't come through, we'll just leave it open-ended. The first month that we do not see 473, we'll just go ahead and submit it. And that way you don't have to keep coming back here and attending hearings. We'll just proactively assume that he's not going to pay it at some point, and that way we'll already be ready to go. Okay, you understand, Mr. Holloway?
Oh, I'm great with it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay then.
Well, Judge, I have one more question. So if he do pay, we're going to get reset, or
if he does pay this time around, that's fine. And then there'll be another one expected in August. If he pays it, and it's going to have to be within that 30-day month period, that's fine. But I'm not going to have you keep coming back and forth, because I'll have your signed, I'll have the signed warrant. And the moment it gets missed, there'll just be an arrest order issued. Right, because you have been doing this for a year. Okay. Good luck to both of you. Have a good weekend. You are dismissed. I show that we had a payment on May the 26th, and then it stopped.
Because I gave them the address to my job. I went down to child support and made the payment. So I made sure that they had the right address. So they said it should be coming out of my check within those 3 weeks or whatnot. I don't have a check stub, so I really don't receive a check stub. So I really didn't know if it's coming out or not. And I haven't spoken with no one about it.
That's an old story, Mr. Lasser.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Do you make like $5 million? You don't notice if $524 comes out of your check? That means you're making a lot of money, because I still notice when $524 comes out of mine.
I understand what you're saying, Your Honor. All I said is that I did what I was supposed to do on my behalf. I went down now. Now, when it comes to the
wait a minute, Mr. Lasser, let me get you straightened out.
Yes, ma'am.
You did not do what you're supposed to do, because until you start seeing those payments coming out of your paycheck, then you are responsible for making the payments. So let's switch this a different way.
Okay, well, I did not know that part.
Let's do this, that you pay the $524. We don't care if you pay double, because you already had $3,400 worth of arrearages. So it doesn't matter if you overpay. So what you need to do is pay the $524 yourself until you see it come out of your paycheck. You understand?
No problem.
I hear you saying no problem, but it hasn't.
No, because I mean, you got to understand, Your Honor. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but this is my first time going through this, so I didn't know that I was supposed to do it like that, because I thought that they would take it out. Now, if you want me to go pay it, that's no problem. Like, I don't have no problem with that. I would go pay the 420 or the 524 until I see it come out my check. It's no problem. I have no problem with anything. I have no problem with it.
Okay, so when is that first payment going to be made?
I mean, I'll make it today if you need me to. It don't matter.
I do need you.
Okay, well, that's fine then. Yes, ma'am. It will be made today. Okay. Guaranteed, 100%.
Okay. And
yes, ma'am.
I'm going to reset you. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, because you think I don't trust you. And I am going to reset you. What is, Ms. Starks, what's my first calendar in September?
The date is the first.
The first? Okay. Yes. So Friday.
Friday first.
Okay. So I'm going to give you you're going to make that payment for July today.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
going to give you the benefit, and I'm going to see if you're going to pay in August or whether your income deduction order has moved forward. Actually, I forgot
Yes,
to check.
ma'am.
Ms. Carson, do you see all this paperwork in?
Let me get to the unmute button. Yes, it appears that they sent the FIW in sometime in May. So I don't know what's going on, why it still hasn't come through.
Okay, so Mr. Laster, just to make your life easier, you might want to follow up with your employer and make sure that they're moving things forward. And
Yes, ma'am.
then I need to see you September the 1st so that we can make sure that there is nothing going on that's preventing this income deduction order from starting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay
No
then.
problem.
Ms.
Yes,
Phillips,
ma'am.
are you doing okay?
Oh yeah, Miss Phil is fine. I'm just listening. I have no problem with anything you saying because I know we got other stuff going on besides this. So I know he want visitation, but I can't speak on that because I got a family lawyer for that. So I'm just listening to what you say on his behalf of paying his child support so I can update my family lawyer on what's going on for next week. That's all.
Okay, okay
So
then.
I'm all ears and eyes. I'm done. If you're done, I want you to have a good weekend, and I'm gonna have a good weekend, and we're good to go.
Great, okay then. So Mr. Lassiter, Ms. Phillips, I'm
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
miss you to have a great weekend, okay?
You have a
Yes,
great
ma'am. You
weekend as
too.
well, Judge.
Okay, bye-bye.
Judge, the
Bye-bye.
case with Miss Robinson and Tylef Josie, she does not have an open case, and the number she gave me is not the number. And she asked me where she could go, and I told her she can begin the application online and she can go to Miller Road, and I gave her the address. So
Okay.
then I'll let her go.
So I guess I need to dismiss this one and then we'll have a new case read.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so I went online and I did it, but the case number that I'm giving y'all, like, you all say you all don't see it.
I can't tell you what has gone on administratively, but I just want you to, go ahead and get it done right so that we can move this matter forward. I honestly, I can't tell you what happened with what you did online.
Okay, there's no way that you could reset it because he's not even here.
Well, I mean, he probably has, this is a new establishment case. He probably didn't get noticed because we didn't have anything to move forward with.
Well, I gave you all his phone number, his address, and his
that's not what I mean. From an administrative standpoint, we have to have everything open. Oh,
yeah, I am here.
Okay, great.
She just told me about this right before y'all started, and I logged on. So I have not been notified. I was unaware of any of this. This is my first time ever hearing about any of this. So, but yes, I am here.
Okay, so are you okay with going to Miller Road and getting your case open so that we can start having an official child support case?
No.
Okay, so Ms. Carson, can you give him the address to go?
Well, she needs to open up the case herself. I mean, it is possible for him to open up a case against himself, if that's what they want to do. Otherwise, she just needs to follow through with whatever it is she's trying to do.
Okay, so do you two communicate at all?
Yes, I see my kids 3-4 times a week.
Okay, so Ms. Robinson, if you could go ahead and follow those instructions, and then after your case is open, if Mr. Tylef can go into the same office to get his side of it completed, then you may not even have a need to do this because, typically abandonment is for when the case is already open and in existence, and then there's been a failure to pay.
Well, I did it, and I have not received any type of financial support. And
okay.
conversation with him about this. And it's kind of like he don't care.
Okay, well, Miss
like-
Robinson, I just want you to do it I can't say for what you did online, but I want you to go in, do it the right way, let him know, and then we can move forward. All of this it shouldn't take very long. We just need for you to go in and open up this case. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, then. And I do have to dismiss this because I don't have a case number, but once you have a case number, you are free to reopen it. Okay, and it just takes a minute when you go over there to what do you call that? Criminal division. So, okay, it doesn't take long. Mr. Washington, it has been a while since you've paid any child support, and we've gotten a arrearage of $17,000 here. What's going on?
I'm just still trying to figure things out as far as transitioning back into this the work life, getting a stable job.
So how long has it been since you worked?
It's been since last September, so coming up on a year.
Okay, and are you getting things under control? Are you looking for work?
Yeah, things are looking better than how they looked a couple of years ago when I was active duty military, but I'm still figuring it out. It's still a process that I have to go under, but
now you understand that while you're figuring it out, your child is going without support.
Yes, I do understand.
So, I mean, I guess I need a little bit more. What are you going to do to get this process moving at a quicker pace?
Oh, well, I'm be moving closer, so that'll actually eliminate a lot of this. I'll be moving to Georgia next month or two. So
that has nothing to do with support. Yeah. Last time we came to court, Ms. Carson called the VA because he claimed that they stopped his disability, and she was able to verify. I'm not sure if you remember, she was able to verify that. Yes, and y'all had to contact him back, and he was told to make.
There's nothing to verify.
He was told to make a payment for July and August or whatever, and I believe Ms. Carson called me, and Mr. Freeman. Ms. Carson called me because she was on the phone with the VA. Mr. Freeman called me to let me know that you had scheduled us for July, but he was supposed to make 2 payments and he hasn't. And he's well aware because he texted me about it.
I remember all of this now. I'm sorry, Ms. Moss. I didn't have my notes right in front of me. So, Mr. Washington, you're making more than enough money. What's going on?
I'm not sure what money you're talking about, Your Honor. So
I remember Ms. Carson had confirmed an amount that you were making.
Ms. Carson didn't confirm an amount that I'm making. I don't know whose amount that she confirmed, but it wasn't the amount that I'm making.
Ms.
So
Carson,
I'm not sure where she
didn't we have a $4,000 amount?
Yes, Your Honor. I called and confirmed with the VA that he received $3,857.34 on May 1st.
I did. I was receiving, like I said before. But.
Okay, I'm not going to listen to this anymore. So, Ms. Moss, when can you come in and sign your warrant?
I could come down today.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and put this down for a warrant, and we'll move forward that way. So you won't be with me. You will be moved to state court. Okay. And that's that. Okay. So you'll figure things out with state court. I'm sure it'll help you. Okay. All right. Okay. You're welcome. So thank you, Mr. Peterson. I do see a payment of $561 that was sent on July the 3rd, but we don't have a lot of payments being received. Are you working?
I'm figuring it out, Your Honor.
You said what?
I said I'm figuring it out.
Wait a minute. You can't give that answer. It didn't work well for the last guy. Why are you going to say you're figuring it out?
Because basically I'm in the process of that. So, last time we talked, forgot the date. I was working a job that basically I couldn't afford anything. But I just heard you tell the other young man to decrease your cost of living and all those things. So, you didn't have to say that, but basically that's the path so that's what I mean by figuring out how can I do this and that. But I did pay the $5 or whatever, so it's gonna continue. Personally, I think me and Miss Daniel's relationship has gotten better, so I accepted the fact. So that's kind of what I mean by figuring it out. Just going forward, making sure I do my job.
And what kind of money are we going to see for your next payment?
If not the same, it'll be the whole amount. If not the same, that's 500. It'll be the whole 7.
Okay, so I'm going to reset you for August the 4th so that we can make sure that payments are going to be coming through consistently. So, Miss Daniels, are things getting better? Because you're not getting, other than this payment on the 3rd, you're not getting a lot of money here.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put you down for August the 4th. And I expect to see both of you, and you need to make sure, Mr. Peterson, that you make your payment prior to the August the 4th court date so that I can see it on the calendar. And we don't have to be trying to figure out whether you actually paid it or not. Okay?
Okay.
But you do need to reduce your other expenses so that you can pay it.
Yeah, as far as that, really my only expenses is rent. And you can't really just up and leave that. So, basically how I kind of do it, can afford that is kind of paying it on the back end, because there's no way I can pay it on the 1st. That's why the payment, that payment was closer to the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if that's going to affect the next upcoming court date.
Well, I'm more concerned that
I'm gonna try
pay it than you paying it on time. Ms. Carson, why doesn't it show me? Because there's got to be an arrearage in this case.
It's like 2,700.
It looks like Miss Camarilla didn't put that down. Let me look and see what I see here. This says $2,771.
Okay. So it looks like you at least know where you are with that, Mr. Peterson. So, let's not let it grow. Let's get that going in the other direction. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I'm going to excuse both of you until August the 4th when you'll return and give me a status. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.